YouTube? It's Ask the Young One with CreateHigherVibrations.com. Today I wanted to make a quick video, and I know it's been a little while, and so I'll give a quick update on some of the things that I've been doing. And really it's doing my own self-work, my own self-care, and focusing on some of my own inner belief systems that I needed to really bring to the surface and allow them to flow away, and to really recreate some different programs on how it within myself that I was actually perceiving certain things which were creating a lack and limitation within me. And so, over the last month and a half, I've really been working on that. I've also been doing a lot of writing and recreating and doing some things for the Inside Out project. It's a program that I've created where we really start where you are and start peeling the layers back and really going in depth into pulling those layers of our egos back, pulling those layers back as far as we can to get into the subconscious and recreate a different program, a different system, a different belief system, one that didn't believe they were lovable to believing that you're lovable, one that doesn't believe in themselves to a person that now can believe in themselves, and we create the different perceptions, because when you believe in yourself, you have a different worldview than when you don't believe in yourself, and that will in itself dictate your behaviors and actions in life. And so when you consciously want good and better in life, then you have to realize that you have infinite access to all the power, that it's all in you, and you have all of the power that is there, and it's all in the subconscious. So the goal is to create the subconscious to be more conscious, and we have to do this through first identifying and letting go and realizing that it's not ours. And so anyway, but I've been creating this, and it's coming together quite well, and it's a system and it's a program, and it's gonna start September 2nd. It's not only a program that is 12 weeks of one-on-one, but it's also 12 weeks of a community of every person that's involved in the project coming together for a meeting each week, and kind of getting to know your own tribe, like getting to know other people that are on the same path as you, getting to know some other people that have walked the same kind of the same route as you. And a lot of people are isolated where they are. A lot of people are isolated in this journey, especially the healing journey, when they're surrounded by people that don't understand them. So this really kind of brings a tribe together of people that are working towards the same goal. And ultimately, it can create, some lifelong friendships and families, and whatever it turns into. The goal is to bring people together on the same journey and support and the path. And so if it's something you're interested in, you can go to the website /CreateHigherVibrations.com or the Inside Out project.com. Also, if you want to email me, either way, if you're interested, again, it starts September 2nd. I have room for 11 more people to join it, and so that it actually can create this group deal that we move forward with. But anyway, hopefully I'll make another more detailed video about that. But today I wanted to answer a quick question on why I keep attracting toxic people. And this isn't necessarily about narcissistic people, but just toxic people in general, because it's not only narcissists that are toxic. There are a lot of toxic people in this world. And a lot of times we will find ourselves going into a crowd of people, and ultimately finding ourselves furthering our conversations or furthering relationships with people that will ultimately hurt us. And so some people are wanting to know why that is happening. And I can say that, in my healing and some of the things that I went through, this is one reason why I don't talk, or I no longer have a relationship with pretty much anyone that I knew from that life. And I say that life because I've literally recreated an entirely different program of who I am, and I'm no longer that person. So I won't attract or even like have in common. Like those people, like I just wouldn't, like that life is where that's at. Like that life was let go. Those people, those relationships did what they needed to do to serve what they needed to serve for my own self-growth. And I took from that and did what I was able to learn. And basically what I'm saying here is our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. And a lot of people, I'm sure you see this cliche, this quote going around. And what I mean by this, it doesn't mean that the person you attracted is not a reflection of who you are, other than it's more of what's going on in here is going to be a reflection of what's going on out there. So basically, if you're attracting people that are going to be toxic, that are going to bring you harm, that are going to be self-centered, that are going to be trying to use you and treat you less deserving of the God-given right that you were born into, and that is love and pure essence and abundance and prosperity. And if they're going to treat you any different than that, then you need to realize what's going on in here. So if you have a belief that you are not deserving, or that you are not good enough, or that you deserve to be treated this way, then you're going to attract people into your life that will reflect that back to you. Basically, it's what you ask, you will receive. And so when you got this subconscious belief going that you are not good enough to be treated or loved or respected or put first or shown empathy to, or whatever it may be, if you have this feeling of not being good enough, you're going to attract people back to you that are going to fulfill that within you, and you will see it. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy that you'll consistently live and consistently attract until you begin to heal these things, until you reprogram this belief of not good enough. And I always focus on the one of not good enough, because you can focus on undeserving, you can focus on low self-esteem, you can focus on no confidence, you can focus on all these things which put out energy. They're putting out energy, and then you're attracting the same energy back. So that's how you pay attention, and you're able to really reflect what's going on within yourself. So consciously you want to be loved. Consciously you don't want to be in harm from treated horribly by another person. So we have to know what we're feeling so we don't attract that back into us, because this is what you have to understand about the universe, about the energy that goes out. It doesn't dictate good or bad. It just dictates energy. And so you're bringing that energy in, and that's why it's so important to really take a look at what's around you. Take a look at what we keep regurgitating into our outer world, and it's really a reflection of what we're feeling. So if we feel unlovable, we're going to attract people that will ultimately fulfill that feeling for us, until we are able to change this inside of us and work and reprogram these beliefs. And like I said, I focus on the feeling of not good enough, because when you start to realize that you are enough, that you are whole and complete as you are already, and you start really reprogramming these thoughts to start thinking in patterns of good enough, and then you start the behavior, and then you start the actions, and then you start to respond to life as if you're good enough. And this takes time. This takes a little bit of realizing the problem or the issue, and then acknowledging it, and then doing something about it, and then reprogramming this thought. And then as you do this, your whole perception of the world will change. You will no longer start bringing those people into your life, because one, you're going to be on a different frequency. You're not going to be implementing this vibration out. And two, you're going to actually start to rise in self-esteem, self-confidence. You're going to realize I am good enough to be loved, and therefore I won't accept anything else for myself, because I want, and I believe this, and I believe it. It's like we have to believe in these things. And so it's very important to understand this. And that's why I focus again on the being enough, like realizing you are enough as you are right now in this moment. And when you can truly get this and make it a belief, and then believe it, That's a very important part of it, is to believe it. We can bypass this by telling ourselves all day consciously that I'm good enough. But if you don't have that belief going on subconsciously, then the subconscious is always going to, you're always going to vibrate from that place, that energy, and it's always going to win over the consciousness, because it's just that much more powerful. So you really have to focus on this, and it takes time. It's almost like, the 21 days to create a habit and 90 days to create a lifestyle. So it takes time, but you have to put the work in. It's commitment to yourself, and you have to believe in yourself to do these things. You can't just half-ass it, or else you're just going to half-ass get results, and then you're not going to believe it. And then again, you're going to self-fulfill your prophecy of I'm not good enough, and therefore I'm not lovable, and therefore I deserve to be treated horribly, and then therefore, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And so I hope this answers the question, and at least gives some people some things to think about. And with that, I'm going to jump off here. It's already, 11 minutes long, so I'll go for now. And again, if anybody's interested in the Inside Out project, it gets rather deep, so it takes 100% commitment on your part, or else you'll get nothing out of it. If you're not 100% committed to yourself, then you'll get absolutely nothing out of it at all. And if you're not committed to yourself, you're not going to heal these things anyway. You're just going to end up, it's like, when you commit to going to the gym on New Year's Eve, but then the subconscious belief comes in that you're too tired, and that you're not good enough to have a healthy body, and you're not good enough to give yourself this opportunity to be healthy, because you don't deserve it. When you got these beliefs going on, it's really hard to be committed to yourself. So it's like, in this program, it really pushes you to the limit, and that's the goal, is to push you to the limit and really take the control away from the ego, and start really digging into the belief systems and connecting ourselves back to our heart, so that we can start functioning from a heart-centered place, and using the mind for what it is, a tool. And that's what it is. It's a tool. The subconscious is a tool. It's a map, an imprint that literally will tell you everything you need to know about yourself by how you're flowing through life. So with that, I will jump for now. And again, it was good to make a video, and so I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can share, subscribe, whatever it takes. But if, until then, I'll talk to you later. Namaste.